Mac Mackenzie stands face to face with Tony, the tension so thick it feels suffocating. Tony, now fully aware that Mac is not backing down, sneers and makes it clear that he has no intention of revealing Jamie's location. The standoff is intense. Mac presses harder, demanding answers, but Tony remains defiant. The situation grows more dangerous as both men trade threats, and Mac realizes that he's walking a fine line between getting the truth and losing control of the situation entirely. Mac's patience wears thin, and he pushes harder, trying to get Tony to slip up. He knows Jamie's life depends on him staying calm and making the right move. But the clock is ticking, and every second feels like an eternity. The conversation takes a sharp turn as Tony finally hints at the hidden location where Jamie is being kept, but just when Mac thinks he's won, things take an unexpected and dangerous turn. As Mac presses Tony for more information, Tony's demeanor shifts. He becomes more defensive, but Mac can sense a crack in his confidence. Just as Mac thinks he's about to get the upper hand, Tony pulls a fast move, revealing that he's not working alone. A group of men step out from the shadows surrounding Mac. It's clear this is a setup, and now Mac is in serious trouble. Despite the new threat, Mac stays calm, using his quick thinking to assess the situation. He knows he's outnumbered and outgunned, but his focus never wavers from the ultimate goal: finding Jamie. The tension is palpable as Mac tries to talk his way out of the increasingly dangerous standoff. He realizes the stakes are higher than ever, and he must make a choice: take a risky move to escape and regroup, or confront the group head-on and push for Jamie's location. Time is running out, and every decision now has major consequences. Mac Mackenzie realizes he's been cornered, and with the group surrounding him, every move is critical. The tension in the room is unbearable as Tony's men close in, forcing Mac to think fast. With no easy way out, Mac decides to make a move that could either lead to his escape or escalate the situation further. Using his surroundings to his advantage, Mac manages to create a distraction that buys him enough time to break free from the group. As he makes his escape, Mac's mind races with the new information he's uncovered. He's closer than ever to finding Jamie, but now the danger is personal. With Tony and his men on high alert, Mac knows he's running out of time. The chase intensifies, and the stakes have never been higher. Every second counts as Mac prepares for what could be a final confrontation to rescue Jamie once and for all. Mac Mackenzie barely escapes the trap Tony set for him, but his relief is short-lived. He knows he's still being hunted and must keep moving. As he makes his way through the dark alleys and side streets, he realizes that Tony's men will stop at nothing to capture him. But Mac's determination to find Jamie burns brighter than the danger surrounding him. He's already gone too far to turn back now. Using his instincts, Mac manages to get to a safe spot where he can gather his thoughts and plan his next move. It's clear that Tony has a network of loyal people willing to do anything to protect him. But Mac also knows that Tony is hiding something big, something that could be the key to finding Jamie. The chase continues, and Mac is ready to do whatever it takes to uncover the truth, no matter how high the stakes get. Mac Mackenzie knows he's racing against time. His escape has only given him a brief moment of respite, but now he's more determined than ever to find Jamie. He quickly realizes that Tony won't stop until he's caught Mac, so he must act fast and smart. With every move, Mac feels the pressure mounting as he races through unfamiliar streets. He contacts a few trusted sources, trying to gather any useful information about Jamie's location, but the answers seem elusive. Frustration begins to build, but Mac refuses to give up. He realizes that Tony's men are closing in on him once again, and his next steps will determine if he can escape their grip for good. The chase isn't over yet, and every decision Mac makes brings him one step closer to Jamie or deeper into danger. Mac Mackenzie is running out of options as Tony's men close in on him. The pressure is mounting, and Mac knows that if he doesn't act quickly, he could lose his chance to find Jamie. With the clock ticking, he decides to take a risky route, using his knowledge of the city to his advantage. He takes an unexpected turn, hoping to shake off his pursuers and buy himself more time. As Mac moves through the shadows, he contemplates his next steps. He knows Tony is not only dangerous but also highly unpredictable, and it's becoming clear that getting close to Jamie is going to require more than just physical strength. It will take mental strategy as well. Mac's determination drives him forward, even though he's exhausted and outnumbered. The stakes are higher than ever, and Mac is ready for whatever comes next. Mac Mackenzie, now fully aware of the increasing dangers around him, knows he must keep his wits sharp. He's still on the move, and as the night wears on, the pressure intensifies. He reaches an abandoned building that could hold the answers he's looking for. Inside, Mac spots some familiar faces, members of Tony's crew, but he's not ready to reveal himself just yet. He keeps his distance, waiting for the right moment to strike. As the tension builds, Mac realizes that he's getting closer to finding Jamie, but every step he takes seems to push him deeper into danger. He knows that Tony's network is vast and unforgiving, and any wrong move could cost him everything. With each passing second, Mac feels the weight of the mission growing heavier, but his resolve remains unshaken. He's ready for the final push, no matter the cost. Mac Mackenzie cautiously steps deeper into the abandoned building, his senses on high alert. The silence is deafening, and every small noise echoes through the empty space. He knows Tony's men are close, and he needs to find Jamie before they do. As Mac moves through the shadows, he overhears parts of a conversation, and the pieces of the puzzle start to fall into place. He finally hears something that gives him a clearer direction. He's getting closer to Jamie's location. Just as Mac is about to make a move, the door creaks behind him. He quickly spins around, ready for anything. Tony's men are closing in, and Mac must think quickly to avoid being trapped. With the stakes higher than ever, he makes a bold decision, leading him into the heart of Tony's operations. The danger is at its peak, but Mac knows that it's the only way to save Jamie. Mac Mackenzie knows he's now deep inside enemy territory, but his determination to rescue Jamie only strengthens. As he navigates through Tony's hideout, he stays low, carefully avoiding any direct confrontations. The tension in the air is palpable, and Mac can feel the weight of every step. He's so close now, but the danger is far from over. He overhears another conversation. This time, it's about Jamie. The pieces finally fit together, and Mac knows he's at the right place. However, just when he thinks he's about to break through, he hears footsteps approaching. Mac holds his breath, hiding in a dark corner, waiting for the right moment to move. The seconds feel like hours. As the danger grows closer, Mac faces a choice: make his move now, risking everything, or wait for the perfect moment. With Jamie's life hanging in the balance, Mac doesn't hesitate. He makes his move, prepared for whatever comes next. Mac Mackenzie edges closer to Jamie's suspected location, his nerves taut with anticipation. The air in the hideout feels heavy, every creak in the floorboards heightening his tension. He pushes open a door slowly, revealing a dimly lit room. His heart pounds as he scans the space, but Jamie isn't there. Instead, he finds more clues: a jacket he recognizes as hers, and a torn piece of paper with a partial address scribbled on it. The discovery gives Mac hope, but also sharpens his focus. He knows he's on the right track, but time is running out. Suddenly, voices echo from nearby. Mac quickly hides, listening closely. The men are discussing moving Jamie to another location, and Mac realizes this might be his only chance to intercept her captors. Steeling himself for what's to come, Mac prepares to follow the trail, knowing the risks are greater than ever. Mac Mackenzie carefully follows the voices he overheard, keeping to the shadows as he tails the men. They're moving quickly, and Mac senses they're preparing to relocate Jamie. Each step he takes feels more critical, knowing that one mistake could end his chance of finding her. As he listens, the conversation reveals more details. Tony's operation is larger than Mac anticipated, and Jamie is at the center of something much bigger. The trail leads Mac to a back exit where the men load into a vehicle. Determined not to lose them, Mac quickly jumps into his car, keeping a safe distance as the chase begins. His mind races as he pieces together everything he's learned so far. The stakes are higher than ever, and Mac knows this pursuit might be his last opportunity to save Jamie. With his adrenaline pumping, he prepares for what's coming next. The pursuit continues as Mac Mackenzie carefully follows the vehicle carrying Jamie's captors. He keeps his distance, blending into traffic, while his mind churns with possible scenarios of what lies ahead. The route they take becomes more remote, leading Mac to believe they're heading to an isolated location. Every turn increases the danger, but Mac remains focused on the task. Finally, the vehicle pulls up to an old warehouse on the outskirts of town. Mac parks a safe distance away and begins his approach on foot, using the cover of darkness. He scouts the area, noting the number of guards and the entrances to the building. It's clear this is more than just a holding place, it's a key part of Tony's operations. Mac realizes that getting Jamie out won't be easy, but he's ready to risk everything to bring her to safety. Mac Mackenzie observes the warehouse closely, planning his next move with precision. The building is heavily guarded, with men patrolling the perimeter. Mac knows that a direct approach would be too risky, so he carefully surveys the area for vulnerabilities. He spots a side entrance partially hidden from view and decides to use it as his way in. As Mac sneaks closer, his thoughts are focused on Jamie. He wonders what condition she's in and whether she knows he's coming for her. His determination pushes him forward despite the danger. Slipping past one distracted guard, Mac makes it inside the warehouse. The interior is dimly lit, filled with crates and machinery. The air is thick with tension as Mac moves silently, listening for any sign of Jamie. Every step feels like a gamble, but Mac is prepared for the confrontation he knows is inevitable. Inside the warehouse, Mac Mackenzie moves carefully, his senses heightened by the ever-present danger. He hears muffled voices from deeper within and follows them, weaving through the shadows. The voices grow clearer, and Mac realizes he's approaching a room where Jamie might be held. His pulse quickens as he steadies himself, knowing a confrontation is inevitable. Peeking through a crack in the door, Mac spots Jamie, bound to a chair but seemingly unharmed. Relief floods him momentarily, but the sight of Tony's men standing guard pulls him back to the reality of the situation. He counts 3 guards in the room and quickly devises a plan. He'll need to act fast and take them by surprise if he wants any chance of getting Jamie out alive. Mac tightens his grip on his weapon, his resolve firm as he prepares to